Breaking news, a former male aide to Republican Congressman Blake Farenthold, the same congressman involved in a secret $84,000 sexual harassment settlement, is accusing him of making lewd and abusive comments. Michael Ricola, a former communications director, now approaching the House Ethics Committee to share his account. We should warn you, this story is graphic. It has many graphic details. MG Lee is out front with a CNN exclusive. So, MJ, what exactly is he alleging?
Well, Jim, we're hearing a new damning account from a former senior Capitol Hill aide who describes an intensely hostile environment inside the office of Texas Congressman Blake Farenthold. 31-year-old Michael Ricola was Farenthold's communications director in 2015, and he tells me that the congressman, who is a Republican, was verbally abusive, made sexually demeaning comments and jokes, and regularly berated his staff. Now, here's one especially egregious comment that Ricola says the congressman made. In July 2015, Ricola was getting ready to leave town for his wedding, and he says that Farenthold, in front of other staffers, used a crude term for performing oral sex, telling him, quote, "Better have your fiance do that before she walks down the aisle. It will be the last time." Ricola also says that Farenthold then joked about whether Ricola's now wife could wear white on her wedding day, a clear reference to whether she had premarital sex. Now, another former Farenthold staffer, Elizabeth Peace, tells me that she was there and remembers Farenthold making the crude oral sex comment. The congressman tells CNN that that part is untrue. And another disturbing detail, Jim, is that Ricola tells me the Congressman Farenthold regularly referred to aides as a profanity that will shorthand on air as F-tards. Ricola said, quote, "Every time he didn't like something, he would call me a F-tard or idiot. He would slam his fist down in rage and explode in anger. He was flying off the handle on every little thing. I couldn't find a way to control him." In this instance, the congressman acknowledged to CNN that he did regularly call his aides F-tards. Farenthold said the offensive word was used, quote, "in jest, not in anger, and in hindsight, I admit it wasn't appropriate." Now, Ricola described the 9 months that he worked at Farenthold's office as the darkest period of his life. And because of the intense stress, at one point, he says he had chronic stomach pains and was vomiting daily. I should also note that we have interviewed Ricola's wife, his friends and colleagues, and have reviewed medical records, photos, correspondence, and notes in Ricola's own journal that support this story. Jim?
Now, Farenthold, he's already under an ethics investigation. So how would these new allegations factor in? Would they also fall under a new investigation?
Well, that's right, Jim. The House Ethics Committee is already investigating the congressman and whether he sexually harassed another former aide, Lauren Green. Now, what's potentially significant here is that Ricola told CNN exclusively that he reached out to the House Ethics Committee last week and has volunteered to help with their ongoing investigation. But because the committee typically does not comment on existing investigations, it did not comment for this story. And if I could just put all of this in broader context, Ricola's decision to speak out to CNN makes him a rare male staffer to come forward with allegations of misconduct against a member of Congress, because most of the people who have come forward to say Me Too so far have been women, even though aides say that Capitol Hill can be a hostile workplace for both women and men. And Ricola tells me that he hopes his story can, at the very least, shed some light on the fact that anyone can be the subject of sexual harassment or bullying on Capitol Hill. He told me, quote, "I want staffers on Capitol Hill to know that they're not alone."